Hello, Knights fans, once again, and welcome to another edition of the Cinella Show. I'm, of course, standing next to the namesake, the head of the FDU women's basketball program, Pete Cinella. Pete, it's the last show of the season. This might be our last show ever. Yep. How are you feeling right now? Because it's getting a little dusty in here for me.
Well, you've done a great job, Ryan, over the last few years, and we're going to miss you, but you did a great job for FDU, and glad to have a chance to work with you and on to bigger things for you, finishing up your master's degree, but thanks for doing a great job.
Absolutely, thank you. My pleasure. All season long, it's been a trip. Let's talk about that trip. Let's talk about that journey that your team has gone over this season. Just kind of a general thought of the season, starting with a really very impressive performance on the road against Manhattan, and then a culmination into the NEC tournament at the end of the year. Give me some general thoughts about.
We started off the year well with that win at Manhattan, and we were a totally different team back then. We had a couple major injuries that really held us back. Brianna Thomas missing almost the whole season after playing in just 5 games. And then when Rainey Cox was starting, very solid ball for us at the 4, came down with mono, and that changed her whole season. So it took us a while there at midseason. We hit a little bit of a roadblock, struggled. But then we kind of figured it out somewhere around mid-January. And from that point on, I thought we finished the year very strong. Ended winning 7 up, 7 down. So we were 7-7. All those 7 losses, we also had a 2, a 1, a 1-point loss. So we easily could have, maybe gone 10-4. But we showed a lot of potential and fight, battling all the games coming down the wire. Many of our second halves, we were very strong. Finished the year on a strong, positive note, winning on senior night. So our playoff game against Robert Morris, that was a tough one because we played so well in the first half, but then everything kind of fell apart in the second half, and Robert Morris just played a great game.
Just looking back quickly at that turning point early in the NEC slate, 2 games in, you turned a corner against Bryant on the road. That was a phenomenal game up until that point, and then the rest was history. What do you think was key to that turnaround to the rest of the season?
I think we just found our rhythm. We tried to focus exactly on what we were looking to do, which was take care of the ball, play good day, run our stuff well, get the ball to our key players, and just everyone trying to buy into doing everything they can to follow that game plan. And I think we did. We followed the game plan, and they played well. The team played well.
Let's talk about the seniors departing. Amanda Andrades and Tiffany Grant both played their hearts out this past weekend at Robert Morris. Fittingly, Tiffany scored the first and last points of the game, but both of them gave it their all. Tell me about their contribution this season, their career here.
There's nothing better than when you have a player that they play their peak their last year. They play their peak second semester. They're just playing the best they can possibly play, playing the hardest, and so proud of Tiffany for doing that her senior year. And then Amanda was just tremendous for all 4 years, but for her to play as strongly as she did as a senior, that was great. And a good way to go out playing your best.
Yeah, Amanda, obviously third most all times in assists. She's going to be leaving with a lot of records made and top 10 lists entered. Really phenomenal campaign as well. Tiffany as well. Congrats to both. And now you have to look towards next year. You have 2 juniors that led the team in scoring. Some of the top players in the NEC, Erica Livermore and Kelsey Cruz. They will be the leaders next year. They'll be the seniors. What are you expecting out of them next year?
Well, they're both very good players, all conference players, and they both improved from the last season they played to this season. So if they can improve a little bit more again, that would be huge. They have some things they can work on, and for them to be good leaders and to really be positive role models for the team is huge. And then as an overall team, we have to work on our depth. We have to get more players that can contribute, some offensive production, more players that can help out on the boards, and just really deepen our roster out.
And, I mean, we're getting it, not to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but I know you've already signed 2 players, 2 intend to come. A lot of work to be done in the offseason. What are you looking for in these new recruits that you've gotten?
Well, we got two really good recruits, so we're happy that they're coming, and I think they can be very good players. Natalie Zamora is a point guard from Albuquerque, New Mexico. She's all-state, first team. She scored a lot of points in her high school career. She averaged well over 20 points a game this year and hit over 53. So she's a very good player and a good scoring point guard. So there's a little different type of point guard. And then Maddie Comley is from the Gettysburg, Pennsylvania area. She played at Delani Catholic, where she had a great career, scored over 1,000 points going into her senior year, and ended up with a huge amount of points, had 48 points in a game. She's more of a wing, scoring wing, high-scoring wing, very good three-point shooter, a slasher who can also post up and can even play the point a little bit and is defensively very versatile. So she's a very good all-around player. So we think they're going to really help out a lot.
All right, there you have it. You have two juniors ascending the ranks, continuing to look to continue their all-conference play next year for the Knights. A lot of depth. This is a very young team. Right. We haven't really mentioned, but you're losing two seniors, very important cogs of the team, but there's a lot remaining, and there's a lot of good that came from this season and down the stretch run. It's been my pleasure working with you, Pete.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Best of luck this offseason working with the players, getting things going. Obviously, hopefully we'll have a check-in with you in a couple months. We'll do a little get-together with some of the players as well. But for right now, Knights fans, thank you so much for following along with the women's basketball team and us here on the Cinella Show all season long. And we'll see you when you see you. Keep supporting the FDU programs and women's basketball specifically on FDUKnights.com, at FDUKnights on Twitter. That's a wrap. That's a season wrap. So
thanks, Ryan.
Thanks for a whole season, and thank you, Knights fans, once again.